those that aren't aware of this story, one of the hot prospects in the country. Manchester City wanted to keep him, but he's gone abroad. He's gone to Dortmund for £8 million in a move which surprised many. Are you one that was surprised, Sam?
I'm absolutely surprised. I think that moving to a new country at a young age, maybe the struggle with the language and the language barrier may be a problem, but certainly it'll make him grow up. I think that he's
going to have to.
He's going to have to grow up. I mean, you know, I had, as you all well know, I had JJ Okocha, who left home in Africa at 14 and went to Germany, and he said that was the making of his career because you know what the German system taught him. He'd learnt the language and became a very disciplined, talented, world-class footballer who moved on to do great things, not only for his country but in all leagues. You know, so you know the move will be a big move in terms of will it enhance him, will it make him grow up quickly, stand up on his own 2 feet and then develop as a footballer and produce that talent, or will he feel homesick, will he struggle with the language and then maybe want to come back to England?
Well, he was man of the tournament in the under-17 Euros in the summer. Just how good is he?
For those who don't know Jadon Sancho, you need to know. He's that good.
Well, give me a level. How good is he?
Listen, I was fully aware of him when he was at Watford. And then when he went to Manchester City, I remember speaking to 1 or 2 people at Man City as well, the head of development as well, and they couldn't stop raving about him. And then I actually went and watched him play. I heard about him, so I thought, well, I'm going to go and see him for myself. And it was, I weren't too sure where his best position was because he didn't play any position. He was actually picking the ball up from the goalkeeper and then running past 4 or 5 players. He was just that good. So for me, I thought he was going to be the next one at Man City. He's going to come through. This kid is that good. He's going to be the next big player coming. You know, as a young player, getting into Manchester City's team, and actually, in a couple of years' time, he's going to be ready for it.
Will he cope with it mentally? Sorry, Jeff. Will he cope with it mentally? Because I had Ravel Morrison, who was that good.
Yep. And
because of his mental side of his game and his life, he couldn't produce that talent on a regular basis. A real waste of the biggest waste of talent that I actually worked with. Like,
I agree with that.
You know, we had 3 months where Ravel was he was the match winner at West Ham every week. He scored a goal from his own half against Tottenham when we won 3-0 there. Like, I mean, and everybody raved about him, and there was talk of a new contract. And then all of a sudden, it just went the other way again, and he ended up going to, I think, Napoli. I don't think he's ever played, I mean, for them.
Well, Mike, but concern with Sancho was probably this is the first time I've ever seen any weakness from him, and that was...
Why is it a weakness?
Look, I wouldn't say weak. Well, I will say weakness because he didn't quite get his... He wanted to go on pre-season tour, which he's seen 1 or 2 players who he felt he was better than going on pre-season tour, so he was left behind. OK, disappointed, but then he didn't come into training. And at a club like Manchester City with Pep Guardiola, hold on a second,
that's a big... For me, as a manager, that's a big worry.
You're 17 years of age.
If somebody's doing those type of tactics at such a young age, that's
and it's sort of forced Manchester City's hand then. Listen, he was Tottenham was done.
Maybe he backs his own ability. I mean, he's looked at Dortmund. They've given him the number 7. He's taken Dembele's shirt. Dembele was only there for 1 season. Yeah. He's gone for the fat end of 100 million. Yeah, he maybe sees Dortmund, thinks he can turbocharge.
He won't be Dembele next season. Don't worry about that. He's going to take a couple of more years to get to that stage. He has a chance. He really does because his ability is that good. But do you know what? I'm actually looking at maybe with Dortmund, maybe Germany might be the right fit for him at this present moment.